Hey, how are you all doing today? Today's a quick earnings video from Microstock. But before I get into that, I just want to mention, in case you're not a CanStock contributor, that they have sort of changed how they work these days. They've added two new features to their site. One is it's an exclusive content system where you're able to sort of set or negotiate prices with potential customers, and another is a option to do custom work for clients, and then they have like I think you can set the price, and then they have an escrow account that allows you to sort of have the money go into CanStock and then come back out. So those are two exciting features potentially for people out there. I'm not sure if that's going to affect my approach to Microstock, given that the site generally is a pretty weak site for me, just to say the least. But I thought I'd mention that just because if you're not a CanStock person, then you might consider it moving forward for Microstock. Okay, so yeah, now jumping into my July earnings. First site that I wanted to talk about is Adobe Stock. Now on Adobe Stock, I have a portfolio of 4,912 images. I had 131 sales, and that netted me $197.34. That's an RPD of $1.51, or royalties per download. Now that included the $5 payments for images that went into the temporary or the free license section. I think I had 13 of those that went over, so that $197 amount included those images. So that's kind of why it's up for me a bit from my normal earnings amount. And then as it turns out, on the day I'm filming this video, another set of images got scooped in to go to the free license area, and so, but I'll talk about that next month. So highlights from Adobe. Had a video sale actually, first time in a long time, and it was a $29.05 sale. So it's just this time lapse of Calgary. Yeah, and the other highlights, just picking up a bit on the travel photos recently, and this panorama of Edinburgh Castle was I think my top selling image in July. Now the interesting thing about this image is that I had an image selected for the free section that's very similar to this one. So we'll see whether that free image cannibalizes the sales that I'm getting from this one that's remaining in the normal royalty section of the website. So we'll see how that goes. It might have been a mistake for me to allow that one to go over, but we'll find out. Okay, Shutterstock. Worst month in a long time for me on Shutterstock, actually. I have 6,619 images on Shutterstock. I had 229 sales, 0 clips, so all images. Earnings were $137.24, so $137 essentially. And that was their royalty per download of 59 cents. So not very good. But I did have a couple images that sold pretty nicely. I had this nice pano of Calgary that sold for $15. And then this landscape shot that sold for $7.35. This is Kananaskis Lakes on a kind of moody morning, moody to say the least. The other thing I just want to highlight for my July sales is I had quite a number of residential real estate photos sell for the month. Most of them sold multiple times. So, I've mentioned, and I know others talk about residential real estate, but it's an easy market to focus on, easy to shoot, and there's potentially good revenue from these sites. So I'll show you a series of shots that sold right now. And the other thing I should say about this is my pro tip for this stuff is I typically will clone out the address on the facade of the house, and then I'll upload it as a commercial with a generic description, and that usually works. It usually gets uploaded as or accepted as commercial in Shutterstock. Um, Not the other sites, but Shutterstock it does, and typically it works unless it's a really fancy house, and then if it looks kind of architecturally significant, they'll require you to submit as a editorial, even if you've removed the sort of identifying information or the address information. So yeah, so again, those sell really well for me, and include some of my top selling images of all time. All right, so let's just jump to iStock. Portfolio size is 4,886. Had 129 sales. That earned me $78.68. So that's 2 months now with up in the high 70s for sales, which is good after dropping down to the low $40 range. The RPD, or the royalties per download, was 60 cents. As always on iStock, you get a huge range of royalties. So I had one image that sold twice and earned 2 cents. So I assume that was 1 cent per sale. I'm not even sure why Getty bothers with stuff like that, but I guess it attracts people in, and maybe they make bigger purchases as well sometimes. So, but that's a bit annoying. The low royalties on that video downloads is even more annoying than that. Anyway, my biggest selling image this month was this photograph here of the Olympic flag countries, or countries with a whole bunch of countries' flags. This was taken at Canada Olympic Park / Windsport, which dates from the Olympic Games, obviously. But I think it's been a couple of months now where I've been selling this shot on a number of sites, and quite a number of them. So I think it's just with the Tokyo Olympics just ending, it's what sort of promoted those or prompted the sales of those images. So again, it's a topical, newsworthy event, and commercial image sales. If you can sort of tie in to something like that, then there's a chance for sales there. Okay, yeah, Dreamstime now. Let's go to Dreamstime. So I have 8,399 images uploaded to Dreamstime. This July I had 48 sales, and that earned me $26.57, and that's a royalty per download of 55 cents. I sold a series of images from Disney. I'll just show them right now. Yeah, hopefully, I like selling Disney images, but most sites don't allow you to upload them. I don't, I think I only really have Disney on Dreamstime and Alami. The rest of the sites just don't allow any of the images taken on Disney property, even when they're editorial license. Just probably don't want to tangle with Disney, I guess. But it's nice to make money off Disney because I don't really like them. So um, I'll go till I make or till the website shut them down. 6,061 images in my Alami portfolio. I had 3 sales, which is good for me. I had earnings of $63.96, and that was an RPD of $21.32. One of the images that sold was this Progress Pride flag, which I brought up in my last video from June, which has been selling pretty well. And then I had these, again, 2 shots from Disney. Maybe with travel sort of picking up again and Disney reopening, there'll be a little bit more of a market there for those shots. So yeah, 2 shots from Disney. Okay, so the next site that I want to talk about is Pond 5. I had 4 video sales on Pond 5 this past July. All time lapses, all taken in Calgary. So that's pretty cool. I haven't done a lot of time lapses lately, so maybe it'll prompt me to sort of get going on those again. The total of those sales was only $53.03 actually, which is a bit low. That's a $13.26 RPD on those videos, so lower than I've had on Pond 5 before. So that was kind of interesting, kind of disappointing, but it's good to get some sales and have some momentum there and push the video side of things, given sort of the cannibalization of images. Not that that's not happening on video, but it's just good to diversify, get video and image sales going, and other people do vectors and audio and all those other things, which I don't do, but just good to do what you can and put as much out there as possible, and that's how this game works. So deposit photos, 7,596 images in my portfolio. I had 58 sales, and that earned me $21.19, 21.19, and the royalty per download of 37 cents. So that's actually a slower month on deposit for me. I usually closer to 30, but usually always in the 20s, so not too far off actually. So yeah, deposit, easy site, easy to work with. I think they're also making some changes to sort of build out their niche in the market and remain attractive as the Microstock market gets kind of swamped by the free image sites, and also Adobe and Shutterstock or whatever making changes. So yeah, that's deposit. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the rest of my small sites, and then after I do that, I'll give you the total for everything collectively. So big stock, 4,319 images on that site. I had 19 sales, and that earned me $77.86 for 41 cents RPD. 123F, 21 sales, earned me $6.77. Can stock, 2 sales, $2.25. And then no sales on Photo For Me, Fine Art America, or Archangel. Archangel has just updated its website, and I had talked earlier about doing a sort of under the hood video for Archangel. It's all changed now. They've got a new app. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll try to do that and upload some images and maybe put something out here in the next month or so. But that's basically my sales for July. Can't think if I'm missing anything. Nope, I don't think so. Anyway, my total sales for the month were $594.89. So basically 600. Yeah, that's a pretty good month. Not the best, but also it hasn't been the worst. I've noticed that my August sales have trended down quite a bit from July, so I'll probably be looking at this in August thinking that 600 was not too bad of a dollar amount. I would much prefer to be up closer to the 1,000, obviously, because that was my original target, was sort of roughly as close to 1,000 as possible, and with the hope of 10,000 over the course of the year, given that some of the summer and winter months can be slow, like December. But yeah, that's my sales for July. Hope you found this interesting, at least from the sales numbers perspective, and maybe some of the images that I've showed will provide some input or insights into what might sell for you. All right. Hope you are all doing well and stay good over the next month or so. We'll see you on the next video, whatever that might be. All right. Take care.